Operation accomplished. When 006 reached the rig, he climbed up one of the towers. He was looking for someone whose uniform he could steal, but the rig seemed deserted. He went into an empty cabin. As he was looking for a change of clothes, the guard whose cabin he was searching came in. He was surprised to see 006 in his black frogman's suit, and 006 had no difficulty in silencing him with one blow to the neck. Fortunately, the guard was about the same size as 006, and the uniform fitted perfectly. There was a pass in the pocket. The pass operated the lift which went down to the undersea complex. 006 woke up with his hands tied behind his back. His head was throbbing. He was not alone. In the room were Krugerrand, Slowjob, Heidi, and the guard whose clothes he was wearing. And a beautiful girl, whose hands were also tied, was lying beside him. 006 recognized her instantly. She was Pip Kingsley, an American agent he'd met in Washington. 006 looked at his watch. The explosive device he'd put on the rig was timed to explode in 45 minutes. Krugerrand noticed that 006 was awake. "Welcome, Commander Fleming. We've been expecting you," he said, smiling. "Unfortunately, we haven't got time to show you around. Blast-off is in 40 minutes. Slowjob will take you to feed the sharks. They must be very hungry by now." "I'm delighted to meet you, Krugerrand. I've been looking forward to it. Thank you for your invitation. I've always been interested in big fish. See you later." "I don't think so, Commander. This will be your last mission. Slowjob, take Commander Fleming and Miss Kingsley to the aquarium." Slowjob escorted them to Krugerrand's private apartment. One wall was made of thick glass, and behind it 006 could see the dark shapes of the sharks cruising around. Slowjob pushed them up a spiral staircase to a platform above the shark tank. "Ladies first," 006 said politely. No, after you," replied Miss Kingsley with a smile on her face. "You wouldn't refuse us a last cigarette, would you, Slowjob?" 006 asked. "I don't smoke," Slowjob grinned, "and you should give up smoking. It's bad for your health." "Now come on, Slowjob. There are some cigarettes and a lighter in my pocket." 006 indicated his jacket pocket. "Okay, but don't try anything." Slowjob reached into 006's pocket and took out the cigarettes and lighter. He was careful to keep his gun trained on 006 all the time. He took a cigarette out of the packet and pushed it into 006's mouth. He pressed the lighter with his thumb. The sudden force of the flame took him by surprise. At that moment, 006 kicked him in the stomach. He fell backwards and disappeared into the tank. Within seconds, all that remained of him was a red pool of blood on the surface. The lighter had dropped to the floor and was still burning, and 006 was able to burn through the ropes which held his hands. He quickly released Miss Kingsley. He glanced at his watch. "We haven't got much time," he said. "Can you fly a helicopter?" "I can fly anything if I have to," she replied calmly. "Good. Go and get the engine started and be ready to go. If I'm not there in exactly 10 minutes, go without me." 006 ran back to the control room and walked calmly in. "Good evening, gentlemen," he said. Krugerrand turned, and he was moving his hand towards his pocket when a jet of flame from 006's lighter threw him back across the room. 006 pointed the lighter at Baratsky and Heidi while he pulled every switch on the control panel until it exploded and burst into flames. 006 ran quickly to the lift, but it was on fire. He had 5 minutes left, and he started to climb the ladder in the lift shaft. He was halfway up when he felt a hand grabbing at his ankles. It was Krugerrand. 006 gripped the ladder tightly, turned, and kicked Krugerrand hard in the face. He fell back, screaming, into the flames below. The helicopter was already in the air, hovering about a meter above the pad. 006 leapt onto a wheel, shouting, Take it up! Take it up! The helicopter soared into the sky. A few seconds later, there was a massive explosion as the rig went up. 006 managed to climb into the helicopter cabin. He sat back, reached into his pocket, and took out his cigarettes. He put one in his mouth. "Oh, blast," he said. "I seem to have forgotten my lighter. You haven't got a light, have you?"